So it was just like one big kind of party on the beach at sunset. So that's, I think, the part that they'll remember the most, to be honest.
I'm so excited to talk about Aruba. Tell me about this vow renewal decision and why Aruba?
Well, we were not planning to renew our vows so early, but we heard about the Aruba I Do event and we thought it was really cool and a fun opportunity for us to bring our kids with us and just have fun on the beach celebrating love. So that's what we did, and there were hundreds of couples there. It was such a good time. We got to see couples that had been married for like 60 years to people who had just gotten married earlier that year or this year. And it was just fun to, kind of have a party celebrating love, like you said.
Yeah, it was epic. It was so it was on Eagle Beach, which is picture just the most beautiful beach. I swear that beach is amazing. And the sands were white, and everyone was wearing white, and it was really cool because there was all these really awesome arches, and I don't know, just a real fun event to celebrate love. Our kids were there, so it was just a really cool moment.
You mentioned you weren't sure you were going to renew your vows this early. What were your plans to renew your vows?
Well, I mean, I really want to have an actual vow renewal, probably like at our 10-year maybe, and do like the whole thing with like a new wedding dress and like, like a second wedding or a third wedding, I guess, because we've had two.
This event was awesome because it took away a little bit of the pressure. So there was, so the vow renewal was a group vow renewal. So it wasn't like we were giving each other our own vows. It was just like one generic, which kind of made it nice. It took the pressure off of us. I actually wrote vows, and so did Lauren, but it was orchestrated at the same time, so you were renewing your vows at the same time as hundreds of other couples were, so that made it special.
Yeah.
So I think it was just a very really cool event.
Yeah, it was fun, it was low-key, it was just meant as like a big celebration where all of you were there for the same reason, and it was just a really good time. And I loved that our kids were there too. They had the best time. There were like dancers from the island there, and they had these crazy costumes, and Lux was just like enamored with these dancers. He just like could not get over it. It was so fun.
Yeah, that was cool.
I was gonna say, what did the kids understand of what was going on? Are they just like, mommy and daddy are with hundreds of couples saying how much they love each other? Or are they just like, we get to be on the beach? Like, what were they thinking?
I think they were just taking it all in. They were kind of, they loved being at the beach. We had to try and keep them from running into the water in their like all white outfits, but
yep.
They just had a good time. They had the roses, they were like playing with those, and they love to dance, so.
I think it was a little too early, or they're a little too young to comprehend what the whole ceremony was about, but I think they just were kind of taken back by the music and the vibe, because after you renew your vows, then the DJ came on and everyone was dancing, so it was just like one big kind of party on the beach at sunset. So that's, I think, the part that they'll remember the most, to be honest.
Yeah.
But everyone had such a good time.
There's a little bit of a stigma in reality TV with vow renewals. On the Housewives franchise, sometimes doesn't always go well. How do you guys you laugh that off? No reality TV curse with the vow renewal.
I didn't even know there was one.
I started hearing that when we said that we did our vow renewal. Someone was like, Ashley and JP, I think, did a vow renewal, and they're like, oh no, like now you guys are doomed. I'm like, I don't think it works that way. I don't know.
Yeah, maybe, I don't know, maybe some couples do one as like a last ditch effort to repair the relationship, but it's not like that for us.
Yeah.
I think we just love. I mean, we've been married twice now. We've done 2 engagements.
To each other. We've been married twice to each other.
Yeah, to each other. 2 engaged, 2, I guess, kind of proposals,
Yeah, I think,
proposal.
Honestly, my mentality, at least going into the vow renewal, was like, we got married and it was the most magical day of our lives. We had like all these ideas of what our future was going to be, and then after we had our kids, like things get harder. We go through different trials together. Our relationship's not always perfect, so it's fun to kind of like come back together and be like, hey, we still love each other, and we got through all these things together, and we're still strong, and we have like an amazing future ahead of us. And that was like, that's what that was for us.
Yeah, and I think vows, the vows that you write each other when you first get married are so different. Your life is so different after having kids. So I think the vows change too. And I think it's just a nice way to celebrate your love and also kind of reset your expectations for one another.
Yeah.